Hi everyone, Katarina from Bloom and Passion here. Thank you so much for watching my video today. I'm going to show you how I made this beautiful book style card. I adore this card. It's so amazing. It really is amazing. Now this one was inspired by Sam from Mixed Up Craft. She made hers for Christmas a couple of years ago. I've changed the measurements for the papers because I wanted my front bit to be bigger. So I measured out what I wanted this one to be, and then I worked my way up each layer. The measurements she has are good too. I used those before on cards. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just I love using large flowers, large decorations, especially for special birthdays or weddings, and I kept running out of space on the front bit, so that's why I changed it to suit me a bit more. I think it's fantastic. I'll be adding a white piece of paper to the back to write a message on, and yeah. Now this here is just a temporary sentiment. I just put it on just to show, because this is a personalized card for someone and I don't really want to show the personalized details on camera, but yeah, this is what it would look like. Now for the flowers on this one, I used the Paper Craft Society box number 22, the dies from this box. That's how I created those flowers. And for the paper, I used a beautiful Follow the Sun paper pad. The ribbon is also from the Paper Craft Society box. It came in this kit. Oh. And so is this stamp from the same kit. Okay. Now I made a box to go with this card. This is for a special birthday, so I thought a special box would just complete the card very, very well. Isn't this just beautiful? Okay. I also designed, it's an SVG file, and I will upload this to my Etsy shop if anyone is interested in checking this out. It's a holder for this book style card, so if anyone wants to display it, I know on camera it's hard to see like this, but I will put photos up at the end of the video. This is how it would be displayed. Now, but if someone doesn't have an electronic cutting machine to cut SVG files, you can search Pinterest or Google for templates. There's so many of them that you can just hand cut. Okay, so this one's one of them, and I made a different one. Let me walk you through this one as well. Again, the box, the book. I haven't yet completed this with a sentiment, but the sentiment's gonna come on this side, and also a white paper for a message will go on the back. These are the same measurements as the previous one, which I will walk you through. Paper pad I used for this one is the Fresh Florals, and I think I got this one in B&M Bargains couple of years ago, if I well remember. It's beautiful, and this one here is definitely my beautiful paper from the pad. I adore it. Okay, to create these beautiful roses, I used the dies from Apple Blossom, and this is the flower forming the rose. It's a 10-piece die set. I got this last year from Craft Stash, and this is the first time I used it, and it's so beautiful. I definitely will be using it again. I just used lilac paper, like real pale lilac paper, and just added seedless preserves, distress oxidings onto the petals. I think it's just beautiful. Look at the little rosebuds. You can make them all different sizes. It's just really, really beautiful die set. I will definitely be using this one again. Now, for the box, I will also make a tutorial, but it will be a separate video because I don't want this one to be way too long. So the paper pad I'm going to use on my card today is this beautiful Welcome to Paradise collection from Craft Sensations. I got this one in the range. Now this paper pad comes with some beautiful pages where you can cut out all these beautiful flowers and animals, and there's another one in there somewhere, this one here. This has different animals and just different plants on it. Now it's this one actually, there's two of each. It's this one that I used to cut out some of the flowers and the animals. Now, fussy cutting is not my favorite thing to do at all, but this one has this lovely white outline. It kind of guides you. It really isn't hard to do. It allows for wee mistakes. It's beautiful paper pad. So that's what I did. I cut out some of these flowers, a little monkey, some of these green topical leaves and palm trees. I don't even know what they are. These are hibiscuses, lotus flowers. Okay, and the paper pad also has these beautiful sentiments. It says hello to summer, life is better on the beach, welcome to paradise or tropic paradise. But I figured these were too big to use on my card, so what I did, I scanned them into my laptop and I printed them out smaller. So this is what I'm going to use on my card today. These big ones are beautiful, but these are probably better for mini albums or journaling. This would be beautiful filler for little books. Okay, so now I don't usually use flat embellishments like this. I like my 3D flowers and all, but I really love how these look. I love the color of them, that tired pink kind of color. I just really love this. So I'm gonna give them a go and see how the card turns out. So to make our card, I've already prepared a few bits and pieces. Okay, so for the largest layer, I'm going to use this green mirror card, and this one measures 10 inches by 7 inches. And on the 10-inch side, we're going to score down just to create the spine of the book at 4 3/4 and 5 1/4 and 5 1/4. Yeah, sorry. The next layer of the book, we're going to use a piece of cardstock that measures 9 3/4 by 6 3/4, and in the middle we are going to score down to create that spine again, and this one will be at 4 5/8 and 5 1/8. For the next layer, we're going to use 9 1/2 by 6 1/2, and on the 9 1/2 inch side we are going to score down at 4 1/2 and 5. And the very first layer of our book will be 9 1/4 by 6 1/4, and on the 9 1/4 inch side I'm going to score down at 4 3/8 and 4 7/8. Now, if you want to get two pieces out of a 12 by 12 sheet paper pad, just cut this to 6 inches and work your way up 1/4 inch larger to each layer. I cut this to 6 1/4, not even thinking about it, because I usually I print out my pages. This time I used the paper pad and I just still went with what I had anyway. So yeah, but you can easily adjust this size to suit you the best. It's not hard to do. I also took a piece of cardstock that is going to go on the back side of the book, and this one is the same as our third layer, 9 1/2 by 6 1/2, and it's scored down at 4 1/2 and 5 inches in the middle. Okay, so this is it for our scoring. So we don't need to do anything on the back of the largest piece of the paper that we have. On the other three I already prepared, I added double-sided red tape in the middle of the spine and on each of the sides. Okay, now what we are going to do, I'm going to bend them up just gently, just alongside those score lines, just ever so gently. Take my bone folder and add a little bit of a curve into them, just a teeny tiny bit. It will be easy to work it from here. I want the pages to be lifted off each other a bit. I don't want them to lie flat next to each other. Okay, so this is all I'm going to do to all of these layers. Now I'm just going to, one by one, remove the backings of the tape. I'm just going to line this up in the middle of the spine. The score lines will help me line them up perfectly, and just making sure there's equal paper So I'm probably out of shot now a bit, but it's just easier for me to put it on top of it. Okay. So I'm just making sure there's equal amount of green on each side, on the top and the bottom. Now I can remove one of these on the side. And I'm just going to try to make sure that there's equal amount lifted off on the bottom and on the top, but not too much. I don't want it to go too much because then our box would need to be very, very deep for this one, okay? Now I'm gonna go to the next one. Now that's perfect. I'm gonna turn it around, take another pieces of tape. I'm just going to tape the ribbons to the back in here. Perfect. Okay, so now I can take this bit and I'm going to glue this on top. And this will perfectly conceal that ribbon. And then whenever I'm ready to print out a message for this card, I just print it out on a white piece of paper or put a white paper in here and I can write a message on it. Okay, so now I'm just going to start decorating with all the cutter parts. I'll see how many of them I will be using. I'm not sure yet. So, and I will also be using foam pads on some of these. And I also made a little bow using that same green ribbon that is on the bottom in there. So I'm just going to fix this up a bit. And this will be glued in the middle there. I'm just going to use hot glue on this. Glue stick would help. I'm just gonna add a little dot of glue on each side of the little ball and a bit in the middle. Like so. Okay, as for the decorations, I really am not sure which way I will be arranging these yet. Something like this would be lovely, wouldn't it? Just a smaller one in here. I think that's lovely. I think this is really nice. I really love it. And then the sentiment will be go on this side and here. This one is the life is better on the beach. I think it's just really, really cute. I think this would make a beautiful card for someone who is going traveling or just before the summer holidays, or even for retirement. This would make a beautiful card, I think. So yeah, I'm going to start decorating now using foam pads, hot glue gun, and then I will be back to show you the ready card. Okay. here is the card ready. You saw me trying to decide whether I wanted to use these two or not, but then I decided against. I think there was enough going on the card. I think it's beautiful. It kind of gives the illusion that the flowers are coming off, lifting off of the background, because the background has the same kind of colors of the decorations. It really looks so nice. I love this one. It's just so cute, so beautiful. I haven't already decided who is going to get this, who I'm gonna give this to, but I really love it. These two and probably some more cutter parts than I will be using whenever I'm making the box to go with this card. Now, however, I'm going to show you the stand I made for the card. Okay, so the file itself has two different cutter parts. One of them is the base and the second one that cuts out this outline. It really is just an option to decorate it. You don't have to cut out both. The base would perfectly do the job. I just like to add a little bit of a decoration to this too. Now, but once you cut this out, you are left with this in the middle, and then you can use this one on another stand, you know, because it looks beautiful either way. So it really doesn't make any difference. You get really 3 in 1. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to line up, push the bone further, I'm going to line up to the middle and the 6. I can see that there's a groove going on in these lines, so I'm just going to, this is really your guide to show where the middle of this stand is. Okay, so now I'm going to fold this in half, burnish down the score line. And now it's just a real matter of deciding which bit I want to use for this card, which I'm gonna go with the outline. Okay, just add a thin layer of glue onto the hold it for a second, and that's it. It's ready. It's ready to be used. Now, as I said, these SVG files, amongst others, will be uploaded to my Etsy shop. If anyone wants to check them out, you can do so. Now, I'm going to try to show you what way it looks together. Something like this. And I will take photos and I will upload them at the end of this video so you can see them from front view. So, I'm gonna bring in the other cards now to show you. Okay, so the one with the sunflowers. Isn't it beautiful? With the sunflowers. Oh, just so nice. And the one with the roses. This one yet has to get the sentiment on. The 3 different cards, they all look so different, yet I cannot choose a favorite because they all look so really stunning. I hope you give this a go, guys, and if you like my tutorial, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you will get notified anytime I upload a new video. There's some beautiful videos coming up with some amazing projects. Yes, thank you for watching, and bye till the next time.